Back during lockdown, I used to do Zoom live drawing sessions a couple of times a week. I was getting really into it, but lately I haven't done one for months. So this is my first time back. I'm a bit rusty, but it was a really fun session. Great model too. One of the best things about doing life drawing over Zoom from home is that you have access to all your art materials. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to use until I actually start drawing, or I have a plan to use one kind of material and then spend the whole session using something else altogether. If you go and do live drawing, you don't have that. You've just got the materials that you've decided to take with you on the day, and you can't really swap and change it too much. But yeah, either way is fine. Either way is always going to be fun. And now for a quick flip through of the sketches I did in this session. Some of them were a bit strange. The model was actually like doing some weird foreshortening in some of the poses, so it's not me. That's how the pose actually looked. But some of them, yeah, it was just me getting the proportions wrong. Even the ones that aren't great, technically great, I really enjoyed though. Really enjoyed sketching. Another thing I haven't done for a long time is sketch at my local market. Because I was recovering from my Achilles rupture, I couldn't get to the market, had trouble driving even, and now it's getting better. And yeah, I was in Tokyo for a month. So I've been to the market. I went and had brunch with my son there, but this is the first time I've been sketching in probably about 8 months. Wow, who can believe it's been that long? This bakery stall is one of my favourite at the market, but it seems to be everyone else's favourite too, so there's always a long line. That is annoying when you're trying to buy things, but it's really handy when you're sketching. It means there's always a lot of people around to add to your sketches, and they're preoccupied so they don't notice that you're sitting there sketching them. Lately, I've been trying to incorporate more people into my sketching. I think it makes the scene look more lively and more realistic. I mean, having a scene with no people is kind of strange. And I couldn't resist sketching this guy. He actually had a green beard. When you're sketching people, where do you start? I find if I'm doing a crowd scene, I normally sort of sketch in all the figures. But with this scene at the market, people were moving around so quickly that I thought I'd just start with one person and let the sketch evolve as people come and go, rather than sort of, yeah, just roughly putting them in and then they leave and someone else is in their place with a completely different posture. But yeah, with this woman, I started with the nose. I quite often start with the nose. The nose, I guess, is, center of the face, so you can do the other features around it. But sometimes I'll start with the eyes or just the head shape. Quite often just the head shape, and I'll add the features in later if I'm trying to do something fast. Yeah, just putting that oval in for the head. And then if I've got time at the end, adding in the facial features. That's something I do in my life drawing, 5-minute or shorter sketch. Just bung it all down and then get fancy later. Okay, these are the sketches that I did at the market the other day, and I've added a bit to some of them, just a bit of extra, just finishing touches. But yeah, these are the completed sketches in my sketchbook. And this is in my Melbourne urban sketching book that I've been using for like well over a year. I've got well, not that back page, but yeah, I really want to push through and get this done. So I might try going out and doing a lot more urban sketching in the next few weeks. Today I'm doing something really fun. Well, I think it's fun. I love doing stuff like this. I'm sorting out my pencils. I've got this jar that's got like the tiny little ones. This one I've got everything in. I had pencils in my pencil case that I take out sketching, and I just dumped everything into this big one because I realized I'm just using the same colors all the time because that's what's in my container, in my pencil case I take out with me. And so yeah, I want to get a bit more variety into things. Today I'm just going to look purely at the Caran Luminance pencils I've got because Jackson's have got a sale on them. So I figure if I'm going to do a restock, I'll do a restock of those while the sale's on and get them at the reduced price, because who wants to pay full price for Luminance pencils? They're very expensive. And well, that's my Posca pencil. I really didn't like that pencil, I think. Yes, because the Caran are really expensive, so it's better to get them as cheaply as possible. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, I want to just check what I've got, what I need more of, the ones that I only have shorties of, so I can get some restocks of those. This is one of the colors. When I was looking through some of my older sketches, I noticed I'd use this color a lot, and then I hadn't had it in my pencil case, so I haven't been using it. And it's such a beautiful bright pop of blue. And yes, I'll probably go through to the full list of Caran pencils to see if there's any that I need. And yeah, this first stage is just separating the Caran from all the others. Yeah, I'm also finding I've got a few pencils and like these that if I put them in my pencil case that I use for urban sketching, they're so short now that they get lost, and then I'm spending so much time searching for them. There's a bigger one of the dark indigo. I also want to get a couple of pencil extenders so that I've got, you know, the little guys like this. I don't want to just throw them out. There's still a lot of use in them. And I feel like it's a waste. So yeah, getting the pencil extenders means that I can keep using the really short pencils till they get to tiny little stubs. And then I'll still keep using them. I'll use them forever until there's nothing left. Okay, I feel the best way to get rid of the, to put the shorties separate is just to put them like this, and maybe, yeah, just use pick which one's the shortest shorty, like not the shortest shorty, the tallest shorty that you would consider a shorty. So if that makes sense, the sort of anything above this goes in with regular pencils, anything shorter goes in with short pencils. I've already put some of the taller pencils in here, which is fine. I mean, I don't like these two are too low to see over the top, so I might actually consider this one the tallest shorty. So anything that's taller than that can go into the big container. And I might need another, this container's not going to fit all my shorties in. Yeah, that's a shorty. So yeah, that's already getting quite full without me even using the Caran. So let's start swatching these. Actually, what I might do before I start swatching is separate out all my dark indigos. I have got so many dark indigo pencils. It is not a joke. Like, I love the dark indigo. The trouble is, because I love it so much, when they start getting short, I restock, but then I use the tall restock pencils instead of the short ones. So now I'm getting like about $200 worth of short pencils. Maybe not that much, but pretty close to it. So they're almost my dark indigo. Is that a dark indigo? No, that's not. So yeah, now with the dark indigos, this one's the tallest. I might put that in my takeout sketching kit. But that's dark indigo and it needs to be, I might just put the numbers 369 so that I have to write the whole thing. That is an insane amount of dark indigo pencils. 15. I've probably got some more around the house somewhere. Oh dear. But yeah, so I'll do a restock of those, but I want to get the pencil extenders so that I can keep using them. Now I'll just keep going with the rest of these. This one again, that needs a restock, that's the blue-grey. 755. This is a colour I love, it's the dark sap green. So that needs to be restocked, that is 739. Now the red, I always think I don't like the red in these, but I actually do. It's just that I like the red in the Prismacolors. Yeah, it's a bit juicier. So, yeah, even though this is shorty, I probably won't bother restocking it because, yeah, I would prefer the Prismacolor. This is a blue. Never use that, but it's a useful blue. 135. This is a nice long one. Blue-grey. Is that the same? Yes, it's the same as this one. So what I'll do is I'll put this one in my shorties. I won't bother restocking that. And I'll put this one in my going out sketching kit. Now this pink, I love this pink. It's one of my favorites in the Luminance pencils. And that is 571. And I have another one of those that I'll put in with my shorties. This one I'll put in my urban sketching kit. This is one I use a lot for urban sketching, the cobalt green. This one I've got a few of. This is the light flesh. And that is 182. This one I've been using a lot lately, the green something it's called, green ochre. The writing's starting to fade on that. It's really good, but like you can use it as a gold or as a green or as an ochre, really. It's a very versatile colour. That needs sharpening. So I've got that shorty and I've got this one which is not short. That really picks up on colour. When I've been using it with another colour, the colour stays on the lead. So this one's sky blue. I wouldn't be surprised if I had a few of these because it's such a nice little colour. So I don't think I will bother restocking this. I've got these 3. They are quite short, but they're not, that one's long enough to go in my pencil case. And again, this is the sap green. So I've got 2 of those. Then I've got Payne's Grey 60%. I've got 2 of those. So I'll put that in with my shorties. And that one I'll take with me when I go out. This is ice blue. I really like ice blue. Look at that. What a great blue. So that's one I can put in my case to take out with me. And this one, again, that's picked up the other colours around it. And I barely use this because it doesn't stand out like it does if I put it on the black there. But yeah, like usually if I'm using a yellow, I want it to pop. I want it to really pop. So that's why I use this. See how that compares. And so, yeah, I don't think I'll bother restocking that now. Next, silver grey. Yeah, it's a colour I like, but I probably don't use that much. This is one I love. This is the cadmium orange. Cadmium orange, I'll put you there. And this is the, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Very long name, blue. This is the blue. I'm blending it with that one. 671. That's definitely one I want to replace. That's one why did I put that there? I don't want to replace that. Then brown ochre. I thought that was one I'd already tested, but I haven't. Okay, I've had an unfortunate incident where my camera stopped recording and I was in the middle of doing my swatches. So these were all just playing around here. These are the ones that weren't on camera. This blue. Not the butternut, one of the ochre colours. Probably this one. Yeah, this one, which is brown ochre, which I decided I didn't like. It's a bit scratchy, and yeah, I was testing out, and some of the drawing pencils you can get these sort of shades in, but in a lot nicer texture. So yeah, I had this one, which is the warm brown earth in the Luminance. I really don't like that. I don't like it doesn't give good coverage, and it's quite scratchy. It's not a satisfying pencil to use. So I'm not going to replace that. Instead, I've got the chocolate in the Derwent drawing pencils, which is a really dark brown, and it is so much nicer. I mean, it's not as warm as this one, but I mean, you can always put a bit of other colour in with it. That's the crimson aubergine. Add something like that to warm it up. And this last one was Payne's Grey, which I don't use that much. I'm happy just to have that in my home pencils. So the ones I want to replace, I had these all sorted out, and then because I had to refilm, it's all messed up. These are the ones I didn't want to replace for various reasons, either because I don't use them or there's a better colour in one of the other ranges, like the Prismacolor or the in the Prismacolor or the Derwent drawing pencils. So they are ones that my reject pencils basically, and in these I might put that in the reject pencils because I've got a few of those, and these are the ones I'm going to reorder. That warm earth, why is that in there? It snuck in, but I threw it out again. So those are the ones I'll put in my urban sketching kit and have duplicates at home. These ones are the rejects. I might just keep to have at home and not bother taking them out with me. I mean, I wouldn't use this as my full urban sketching palette. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of red, and it doesn't have, I'll actually put so I'll put that red in. As I said before, the Prismacolor, is that a Holbein? That one's a Holbein. Yeah, Holbein and Prismacolor, they're both much better reds, I think. And yeah, that is such a bright yellow, the Holbein, but it doesn't go over other colours well. I think I'll be searching forever to find the right yellow for my art kit, for the right yellow colour pencil. This one does go over quite well. It's, yeah. I think the only thing I don't like about this is that it's water soluble. If it was actually not water soluble, I'd prefer it. But yeah, so it's starting to make a really nice little taking out in public kit. And they're the ones that I'll do the restocks of. So now I'll go and do that. I'll go and actually put my Jackson's order in, and I'll show you what I've got when it arrives. I'll definitely be filming a whole video